said it was tiny. That's great. How does she know? How many has she seen? I mean, I've seen some. I'm not that bad. She said it was cute, but puppies are cute. You know, bunnies are cute. I don't want to hear cute. I want to hear ouch. So anyway, I'm in bed with this girl, right? And she's like really gorgeous and everything, and we're doing it, and all of a sudden she starts screaming, "Oh, Bob, you're so big." And the next thing you know, we're in the emergency room, and the doctor comes out, and I go, "How is she?" And he says, "She's under heavy sedation. You know, Mr. Schimmel, I got to be frank with you. You're just too big." And then I woke up. Well, Dr. Brothers, what do you think?
Well, Robert, I have to assure you that a great many men have very similar dreams. And you have to realize that your dream is just a reflection of your own unconscious feeling of insecurity about your size.
Oh, so what you're saying is that size doesn't make a difference?
I never said that.
Well, maybe if you just took a look at it.
A what?
Well, you know, strictly for medicinal purposes.
First of all, Robert, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't see my patients undressed. And second, your problem is purely psychological, not physical.
Still, I'd sleep better if you said that it looked okay.
Robert, you're too preoccupied with the wrong things. Measuring up to other men isn't important. In fact, a recent survey shows that a woman would much rather have a warm, sensitive, compassionate man as a lover than a guy with 11 or 12 inches.
11? 6 would be good.
You know, Robert, there's an old proverb. It's not the size of your wand, but the magic you perform.
Great. If I could call it a wand, that would be magic.
I'm afraid our time is up for today. I hope you got something worthwhile out of this session.
I did. Size isn't important.
I never said that. So please do yourself a favor. Until next time, try not to give in to these distorted concepts about your bodily function and sex. It'll only reinforce your unfounded sexual insecurities.
I'll try, Doctor. I'll really try. Thank you very much.
Until next time.
11 inches? She's talking King Kong. She's talking Mr. Ed. Maybe she's a vet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime presents Robert Schimmel.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My parents never taught me much about sex. I asked my dad once what an erection was. He said, that's how they pick presidents in Japan. Before I became a comedian, I used to work for the drug hotline. That's a lot of fun. People call real stoned. You get to play with their heads. Drug hotline. I'm freaking out on LSD. Gee, I'm sorry. The guy you want to talk to. People wonder why we're the way we are. Look at the shit that we grew up with. Popeye, who else do you know takes spinach, puts it in a pipe, smokes it, and then sees battleships on his arms? I mean, let's face it, you gotta be pretty stoned to want to fight Bluto for olive oil. Batman and Robin, you know, when I grew up, I thought they were superheroes. Get a little older, and all of a sudden you start thinking, here's a story about a 35-year-old man. Lives with a 15-year-old boy. Always go in the closet together, coming out wearing leather hoods and stuff. Saying things like, to the bat pole, Robin. The movies now. I saw Friday the 13th, a new one. Jason Comes to Manhattan. You know, I go to these movies and cheer every time someone gets killed because they're assholes and they deserve it. Don't these people watch the other movies? Remember the first Friday the 13th? The girl had 10 friends. They go to the cabin for the weekend. They're drinking beer, smoking pot. Everyone gets killed except her. She gets away scot-free. And the next summer comes up with this brainstorm to take 10 new friends back to the same fucking place. And they all wind up dead again except her. And at the end of the movie, she's going, oh, when is this going to stop? Well, how about when you stop taking your friends there? Did you ever hear of the Bahamas? Fuck the cabin already. Sure. Set aside the new James Bond movie. I love James Bond, but they didn't have a girl with a weird name in this one. You know, every movie has those names. Lick me, chew me, bite me, Miss Goodhead. Hi, I'm Pussy Galore. Yeah, and I'm Dick McPlenty. Nice to meet you. Susie, how could you work 8 hours a day and look so young and fresh and vibrant? Stay free maxi pads. What are you, smoking them? What the fuck is that? Summer's Eve herbal douche. I love that because, no, really, because I think the women tell their lovers they use this, or you just surprise them and let them get there and go, pine. Gee, how natural. That's. Hey, that reminds me, I had to pick up some lumber to finish the fence. Oh, I think I got a splinter in my nose. They have this stuff, I'm not kidding. Summer's Eve, water and vinegar. With mesquite. Hey, are we fucking or barbecuing? What's happening here? Who invented this flavored stuff? It's so stupid. I even tried it once. I got the banana dick oil or whatever it is. You know, they have these oils you lick off each other. I tried that. My brother didn't like it. It was... The ants loved it, though. We had ants all over the place. I remember the exterminator came. He said, hey, you weren't using banana dick oil, were you? Because that brings them in for miles around, that stuff. Buying rubbers has to be the most embarrassing thing in the world for guys. And the second most embarrassing thing is when we're going to the supermarket and the girl goes, hey, listen, since you're already going to the store, could you buy me a bottle of that water and vinegar stuff? And you'll buy like 55 items, and that computer scanner will read every one except this one thing. It's a... Price check. I think it was $10. Oh, $10? There's no way this is $10. I'll pay 20. Just ring it up right now. No, we can't charge you $20 for this. Price check on this 1 quart water and vinegar douche. Forget it. I don't want the douche. Forget it. He doesn't want the douche. I remember once I went to buy rubbers. I'm waiting in line, get up to the counter. The druggist walks away, and this girl comes up. Hi, can I help you? I said, yeah, can I talk to him for a minute? She said, why? You want to buy rubbers? Bill, come here. I think he wants to buy rubbers. People are looking at me like, aren't you the douche guy from the supermarket? I saw my therapist this week. She said that a lot of men suffer from premature ejaculation. And I was thinking, you know, that's not true. Women suffer. So she says if you have this problem, they have a thing called the squeeze technique, and the way this works is just when the man's ready, the girl grabs him and squeezes as hard as humanly possible, and you will not have an orgasm. Yeah, ever again. I'm coming. Oh, no, you're not. So I learn everything from my therapist now. She says that it's normal to play with yourself. Play with yourself? Have you ever seen somebody actually doing this? They're not playing. It's like real serious business here, you know? I can never do it. I'm afraid of dying an embarrassing death, you know? With my luck, I'd be in bed with like 12 or 13 Penthouse magazines. Just at that magic moment, a blood vessel would burst in my head, and then I'd die with my dick in my hand, and then... You know, and then my parents would come in with company, and this is Robert's room. She says that a lot of marriages break up in the bedroom. If you have a bad sex life, you have a bad marriage, and you have to find ways to keep it exciting and stimulating. And to take your wife to an adult toy store, experiment, buy some marital aids, explore each other's bodies. It'll broaden your sex life. Yeah, I saw a vibrator that takes like 20 D-cell batteries. I said, you know... Exploring. This is like offshore drilling. It's, you know, I can't compete with something that can jumpstart a car. And it says in the box, just like the real thing. Yeah, you know, maybe it's just me, but my dick doesn't go. And to think, all those years I thought my mom and dad were making margaritas in the bedroom. How
do women buy these things? They always have them in those boxes with the picture of the girl on it, holding it up against their face, and it says, "And it relieves tension." You know, somehow I can't see my dad coming home after a long day at work going, "You know, honey, my neck's really killing me. Where's that rubber dick you got? Can I use that?" You know, we know what these things are for. They try and make it look like they're for medicinal purposes. They're not using these in the emergency room. "Doctor, his heart stopped. Stand clear." I hate going to the doctor. I went for a complete physical, and I'm in there undressed. The doctor comes in. He said, "Your left testicle feels funny." Shit, then leave it alone. It only started feeling funny when you started touching it. Come on. I'm not kidding. I thought I was passing a kidney stone. I go to the doctor. He said, "Bob, don't worry. With today's technology, we can go up there with a laser." I said, "We?" They love to go in you. I had to get a thing called a sigmoidoscopy. They take something like this long. It looks like a steam gun from a car wash. And he says, "I'm going to stick this up your ass just to look around." I said, "For what, a parking space?" I said, "Look, I got a better idea. Why don't you tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you where it is, and we don't have to use that." He said, "We're looking for blood in your stool." I said, "Yeah, if you use that, I can make a prediction right now." The guy tells me to bend over. He starts feeding it in like the Roto-Rooter guy, you know. I mean, no flowers, no wine, no nothing, you know. Then when he was done, he said, "Well, your intestines are okay, but one of your fillings is cracked." Why are hemorrhoids called hemorrhoids and asteroids called asteroids? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was the other way around? But then if that was true, you wouldn't be a proctologist, you'd be an astronaut. And why do people say "excuse me" after they fart? How about "look out" before you do it? I had such an embarrassing thing. I had to go to the hospital. I thought I was having an appendicitis attack. So I'm in the emergency room, right? And the doctor comes in. He said, "I'm going to push on your stomach. You tell me when it hurts the most." And he pushed on this one spot, and this gas came out, and the pain went away. And it cost $75 to fart in the emergency room. And the sick thing is, you can put it on your Visa card and make monthly installments on it. And then you go to charge something at the store, and they go, "Sorry, that's been declined. You still owe $25 on..." Did you fart in the emergency room? How about when you want to let it out real easy so nobody knows? And it's diarrhea. And you're at work and you have to throw your underwear out. And someone catches you at the dumpster and they go, "Hey, what do you got over there?" "Nothing." "Nothing? That's shitty underwear." "Yeah, it's not mine." What are you carrying somebody else's shitty underwear around? You know what I was thinking? This sounds really sick, but you know, how do blind people know when they're done wiping their ass? Shit's not really that funny, really. You know, I took a shit once and it was black, and I know black shit means something's wrong with you, so I start to panic, and I don't want to flush because in case something happens to me and I collapse or something, at least maybe they'll find the shit in the toilet, you know, and they'll be able to rescue me. And I called my dad and I said, "Dad, you're not going to believe this. I just took a shit and it's black." And he said, "Bob, you're not going to believe this, but I'm in a business meeting and you're on the speakerphone." I said, I mean, I didn't know what to do. I put it in a baggie and took it to the emergency room, and I said, "Is there something wrong with this?" And they said, "Carrying your shit in a bag?" "Yes." I said, "All right, thank you." New York has everything. Are you kidding? They have singles papers here. I saw an ad in a paper that said, "I'd like you and your friends to come over and fuck my wife while I jack off on your car registration." And then it says, "No weirdos, please." I said, come on. New York started the greatest thing in the world, phone sex. That dial-a-suck, have you seen that? They have ads for it on TV. Whoever invented this deserves every penny they make. Anybody that can get you to pay them to let you jack off on the phone is a fucking genius. I can never do it. I'm afraid it's going to be like, "Okay, you got your dick out? Yeah? You jacking off? Yeah? Your mom wants to talk to you. My mom would be on there, too, going, oh, that's why I co-signed for the Visa card, huh? So you can jack off on the phone. Hang up right now. I called once to see what it was like. This girl answered the phone, and she said, gee, I'm glad you called. I was just thinking of your big dick right now.
I said, is this 555-3523?
I was just thinking of your dick. Get a hobby, huh? What do you say when the bill comes and your wife goes, what's this dial-a-suck? Remember when the vacuum cleaner broke and the guy had to come out to the house? Yeah, that's what it was. Any guys here ever look at their own sperm under a microscope like in science class? I'm not kidding, it's unbelievable. It's millions of tiny little things, all with your face on them. I read in the paper that people can actually make money donating sperm to sperm banks, and that really bothered me because last year alone I let $400 or $500 slip through my fingers. Then I got drafted and I didn't want to go in the Army, so I'm trying to find a way to fail my physical. So I'm down on Whitehall Street and I go, you know, I really don't belong in the Army. I'm a homosexual. And the guy said, yeah? Blow me and I'll give you a deferment. He lied. And, that's why blowjob is such a weird word because, you know, it sounds so crude and unromantic and you know, there's no cool way to say suck my dick. There just isn't. I mean, you can't. There isn't. I mean, again, you can't say how about a blowjob because, you know, you don't know if the girl's going, yeah, you want fries with that? I mean, you know. Guys want to be romantic. We want to be cool, you know. We try to find non-verbal means of communication to sort of hint to the girl, you know, that that's what you'd like. I think we call it the half Nelson. You know that move. The girl, you know, starts out with a kiss, aim for your cheek, and you sneak your arm up around the back of her head and subtly apply 45, 50 pounds of pressure. And before she blacks out, she gets the message, you know. The Exorcist was the scariest movie I ever saw. If I would have been that priest and said, hi, I'm Father Karras, what's your name? Yeah, look, your daughter can't be helped. And I'm late for a flight. Call Jimmy Swaggart. Maybe he can fuck the demon out of her. The Exorcist. I remember when first time I saw that movie, I was with my dad, and when the girl went, your mother sucks cocks in hell, my dad went, great, now she does it. My first pets were two fish. I had two goldfish, Tootie and Fruity, but they died because I left the fishbowl on the radiator. You know what's weird about fish? When they die, you can flush them down the toilet. It's like the traditional burial at sea for fish. You'd never think of doing that with a dog or a cat. What if you did and it got stuck? And then the plumber came and said, yeah, I think I found the problem. There's a German Shepherd in the toilet. The sickest thing about animals, I read in the paper that somebody got arrested for animal necrophilia. You know what that is? That's having sex with dead animals, and that's against the law, you know. That's a felony. It's against the law. They had to write a law to tell us that it was wrong to fuck dead animals. You know, if you got arrested for that, even if you had the best lawyer in the world, what are you going to tell the judge? Oh, well, gee, Your Honor, I thought the cat was still alive when I was fucking her. I wouldn't fuck a dead cat. That's sick. Listen, since it's my first offense, maybe we can plea bargain and get it knocked down to jacking off on a rabbit. You know, it's not right to have sex with your pets, you know, especially if it's a parrot or a cockatiel, because they can tell on you when your friends come over. Polly, want a cracker? Help, he fucks you when you're not here. Go on. Hey, how'd you teach him how to say that? He didn't teach me, he's fucking me, help. 911, 911. You know, when you're real horny, I think you try anything, because at that moment, everything seems like such a great idea. And then when you're done, you wish you never did it. And everybody got real quiet all of a sudden, so that means I'm telling the truth, huh? And guys have a great way of getting girls to try things in bed. Do you love me? Well, yeah. How much? A lot. A lot, a lot? Why? What do you want me to do? Well, I know this is going to sound really crazy, honey, but I was thinking if you could roll over and let me go in the back door. What? I said I'm going to the 7-Eleven. You need anything? I remember I wanted to try that with my wife once. I said, why don't you lay on your stomach and let me go in the other way? And she pulled out her vibrator and said, let me do you first. After that, you really don't feel like doing much of anything, really. I don't even like rectal thermometers. Who invented them? Mommy, I don't feel good. Oh, well, let me stick this glass rod up your ass. Forget it, I'll go to school. But it's not a school day. I'll go anyway. It's true, it's like that with guys. Guys love to do things with girls they think the girl's never done before, or she really doesn't want to. That's what makes it exciting, you know, to get her to give in or to go where no man's gone before. Like anal sex. If you want to try that with a girl and she said, well, okay, but no one ever did that to me before, you get the hard-on of a lifetime. But if she bent over and said, give me that big dick and drive me around the block. I don't know about you guys, I wouldn't be able to get it up if there was money involved. Inflatable love doll. She never has a headache. No, but you do after blowing her up. She's got a deep throat mouth, pulsating torso, backdoor entry. Backdoor entry? I'm sure it makes a real big difference that you're fucking a balloon in the ass. That's really gonna... It's a real thrill. The sickest thing, I saw a fake vagina, I swear I'm not making this up. It plugs into the wall, there's no body connected or anything. And I was thinking, you know how horny you have to be to fuck something like this? No, really, because I'm very open-minded, but just the idea of sticking my dick that squirts a liquid into something that's plugged directly into the wall socket. That sounds like a really bad idea to me, you know? I mean, I don't want the paramedics to bring my parents in and go, here's how we found him. No, don't touch him. We're still waiting for somebody from the power company to come out. Gee, this sounds like a punishment for sex offenders. You've been found guilty and sentenced to the electric pussy. No! A lot of weird things they sell. They have hundreds of different dirty magazines you could buy. And I learned a big lesson with dirty magazines. Never buy them and bring them home and tell the girls, honey, it's for the articles that I buy it. Because then she reads the articles to see what's so special about them, and we never read them, so we have no idea what she's reading. And they're the exaggerated sex stories you can never live up to, and then it ruins your life, because she always compares you to this stuff. Yeah, then I came and I shot my wad, hit the bathroom mirror, ricocheted out the window, careened off the hood of a car, putting someone's eye out on a motorcycle. You know what my mom would say if she read that? You know why that happened? Because he wasn't wearing a helmet. Hit the bathroom mirror. I could do that too. Yeah, if I'm kneeling on the sink. Okay. You know, girls, you don't know. For guys, it doesn't come out the way it feels like it's going to, you know. I mean, inside it feels like it's going to come out like anti-aircraft fire, you know. But in real life, it's, take this. That's not funny. I mean, coming's supposed to be a real macho thing for guys. I mean, I remember once I wanted my wife to see it. I pulled out at the last second. I said, watch this. Ooh, She said, happy now? Now, who's going to clean that up? I said, yeah, but honey, yes, Bob, we're all very proud of you. That was great. Well, you guys have been a great crowd. This is a lot of fun doing this. Any questions? Have I missed anything about sex? Nothing? The beads? I went out with a girl once. She said, you want to have the most unbelievable orgasm in the world? No. She said, I'm going to stick a knotted rag up your ass. I said, why? What did I do to you? She said, no, look, let me stick it up there, and just when you're ready to come, I'm going to yank it out, and it's going to be like the 4th of July. Well, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to my ass, I don't like the word yank right off the bat. I said, you know, honey, I don't want to be a spoiled sport, but I don't want to rag up my ass. She said, well, how about a string of beads? I said, what are you, Monty Hall? Let's make a deal here. But I figure you only go around this crazy old world once, right? And who's gonna know? So I'm at the hospital getting the beads removed. And the doctor pulled the string and I came like a wildcat. You guys have been a great crowd. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you.
Robert Schimmel, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, it's too big, it'll never fit.
Well, sure it will. I've done this before.
Do you want me to hold it open for you, sweetheart?
No, darling, you sit on it and I'll push.
Boy, I hope they're packing a suitcase.
After all these years, and after all these tears, after all this time, you're still on my mind.